the customer who tipped a fake $100 bill. So I work at this coffee shop downtown where most customers are either college students or office workers grabbing their morning fix. There's this one woman, Linda, who comes in maybe once a week, always orders the same thing: large latte, extra shot, almond milk, tips exactly 15% every time. Nothing wrong with that, but she's not particularly memorable either. Last month, Linda walks in with this guy I'd never seen before. He's wearing a nice suit, clearly trying to impress her. They sit at the corner table instead of her usual spot at the counter. I could tell this was important to her because she actually wore makeup and a dress instead of her usual yoga pants and hoodie. Everything went normally during their visit. They ordered drinks, shared a pastry, sat there talking for over an hour. Linda seemed really into this guy, laughing at his jokes, leaning in when he talked. When they finished, Linda asked for the check with this bright smile. I brought it over and set it down. Their total was $23. As I'm walking away, I hear Linda say to her date, "Watch this." I turn around just in time to see her pull out what looks like a crisp $100 bill and place it on top of the receipt. The guy's eyebrows shot up. "Whoa, that's incredibly generous," he said. Linda caught me looking and smiled proudly. "I believe in taking care of good service," she announced loud enough for nearby tables to hear. I was genuinely stunned. This woman never tips more than standard 20%, and here she was dropping $100 on a $23 check. That would have been my best tip in months. I finished wiping down their table and waited for them to leave before going back to collect the money. When I picked up the bill, my heart dropped. It was one of those fake hundreds you can buy online. It looked convincing from a distance, but up close, it clearly said replica in small print. The texture was completely wrong too. I stood there holding this worthless fake money, feeling like a complete fool. This woman had orchestrated this whole performance just to look impressive in front of her date. She made me think I was getting an amazing tip when really she was just putting on a show. I told my manager, Sarah, about it, and she was furious. "That's awful," Sarah said. "Keep that bill though. You never know when it might come in handy." So I stuck a fake $100 in my apron pocket and basically forgot about it. 3 weeks later, Sarah comes rushing over during the morning rush. "Guess who just walked in?" she says with this mischievous look. It was Linda, and she had the same guy with her again. They sat at the corner table again. "Want me to take their order?" Sarah asked. "I know you've been waiting for this moment." I looked over at Linda and her date settling into their booth. The fake $100 was still in my apron. "Definitely," I said. I served them normally through their entire visit, acting like nothing had happened before. Linda seemed anxious though, glancing at me like she was expecting me to mention something. When they finished and asked for the check, I brought it over. Then I placed the fake $100 on the table, positioned so the replica text was clearly visible. "Hey Linda," I said loud enough for other customers to hear. "I think you left this last time. Seemed like too generous of a tip, so I saved it for you." Her date looked confused. He picked up the bill and examined it closely. "What is this?" he asked. Linda's face went completely red. "I have no idea what that is," she said quickly. "I've never seen that before." "Oh, my mistake," I said sweetly. "Must belong to someone else then." I picked up the fake bill and walked away. I watched from behind the counter as her date studied the fake money and started questioning her. Their conversation got heated pretty quickly. He was saying things like, "Are you kidding me right now?" and "This is so embarrassing." Linda kept trying to explain, but was just digging herself deeper. They left about 15 minutes later, and it was clearly not going well. When I went to clear their table, there was no tip written on the credit card receipt, but sitting where the guy had been was a real $20 bill. I'm pretty sure he left that tip and made Linda write 0 on the receipt as his own statement. They haven't been back since.